Welcome friends to another Tarkir Dragonstorm draft. I'm Nico, aka Ananda MTG, trying to make the magic happen. So without further ado, let's draft. Alright. We found Ureni, the Song Unending. That is a pretty nice card. I do love it. I have never played with it before. When it enters, it deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures or planeswalkers your opponent controls, where X is the number of lands you control. Very, very strong Timur card. Happy to pick it up. If there's no other Timur cards coming our way, I'm gladly pivoting and switching into some other direction. Here we also have Knockout Maneuver, pretty nice and decent card. Piercing Exhale, that's a solid removal spell. We also have Caustic Exhale, which I do love. Riverwalk Technique is a pretty good playable card. And other than that, yeah, Wayspeaker Bodyguard is just also kind of nice. Still, I'll take the Ureni just for the sake of it. And now we do have a Rugged Highland, would be a kind of nice follow-up. Also, we have a Glacial Dragon Hunt. Draw a card, then you may discard a card. When you discard an on-land card this way, Glacial Dragon Hunt deals 3 damage. I think... Is it... Or Knockout Maneuver? Is it probably better to build a green-blue deck, splash red? Or to make a blue-red deck, splash green? I think having a solid removal spell is what I do like. Whenever you discard an online card, Glacial Dragon Hunt deals 3 damage. I'll try it. I haven't played with that card actually, and there's another one. That's just so I think I made the right choice. Hopefully, having 2 of those in my deck is just pretty nice. And here we have Sipsig Appraiser. So people are drafting red and white. Word got out that red and white is the best deck. I'll still take the... So I need to have some cheap interactive spells. I'll take the Sipsig Appraiser, just because it's a very nice card. And here I'll take the River Wheel Sweep. Also because it's a pretty decent card. Also there's a Dragonstorm and also a Thornwood Falls. But I think I should be taking the River Wheel Sweep just because I need decent removals. Also, this is pretty nice to makes the dragon come in even stronger. But I'll take the River Wheel Sweep. Sure. Let's just pick that up. And here, what do we have here? So if we end up in a blue and red based deck, which I think we should, because Shocking Sharpshooter is just a good blocker, and we are aiming to against those aggressive decks. We need to block. With the Sharpshooter, we are not too aggressive ourselves, so I mean this is a flurry payoff card, but I think Shocking Sharpshooter, just a 2-mana 1/3 reacher, is what I want. It's a pretty nice darn card. And here we have Focus the Mind, Snowmelt Stag, Sultai Devotee, Bearer of Glory. Nothing too spectacular, nothing too interesting here. I'll take the Focus the Mind, just because it is a very nice card, makes me draw 3 cards. And if we are able to survive that early game, here we have the choice between Windscarred Crag, Evolving Wilds, or Devoted Duelist. And I think we need to prioritize having enough playables. Let's just take the Evolving Wilds. Yeah, let's take the Evolving Wilds. We do need to prioritize having enough playable creatures. Here I'll take the Riverwalk Technique and hope I'm not being overrun by Boros. Another Riverwalk Technique, pretty fine for me. picking up that card is nice. And here we have Twin Bolt. That's a very nice card, especially for my deck, because yeah, like I said, it can stop that aggressive Boros decks. Okay, pretty happy with my first pack so far. I would love to get to spend to cast the Urani sooner or later. Here I'll take the Wild Ride, even though it's just my potential 23rd playable card, worthy cost, putting that in my sideboard. By the way, friends, if you're enjoying this so far, why don't you show some love by hitting that like or subscribe button down below? It helps the channel grow, and I'd appreciate it a lot. Now we opened an Absent Rare, which I'm not fond of, but we have Sonic Shrieker, pretty darn good card, but we're not black so far. Do we try to make it happen with some... But we are blue and red, and I think that the Jeskai Devotee is probably the better pick for me, or the Deirdre Island Dragon, just because it can tap a creature, draw a card. And I do think about... Like, I'll take the Jeskai Devotee. This is just, it's a pretty good card, but it's just too crazy. And here we have Fangkeeper's Familiar. Also, I try to avoid playing too many colors, but this is just Mystic Monastery is probably what I want. Makes me blue, makes me red, makes me white. Unfortunately, no green for me here, but taking the Mystic Monastery is, I think, the best thing for me to take. And here we have Twin Bolt, and that's our only removal spell so far. We have no counter spells. We have War Effort, which I don't think is really good in my deck. I'd rather take Devoted Duelist, or maybe even the Thornwood Falls, just because it enables us to cast our Urani. I also think that we should consider taking green removal spells, but I would love to not to, actually. I would love to find some other removal spells. Yeah, nothing too interesting in here. That is kind of a removal spell at least, so I'll take the Spectral Denial. Take that and move on to pick number 5. Here we have Breaching Dragonstorm, which I'm not fond of. We have Timur Devotee, and I think that's also pretty nice, especially because it is a 3/3 blocker that is blue, and it makes our Timur. So we have at least two green sources so far. Dispelling Exhale is what I think I want to take from this pack. Solid little removal spell. So removal is here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Taking the Exhale. Second, next removal spell. Okay. And now we could, yeah, I'll take the Dragonstorm Globe. We only have one dragon so far. That is, but it helps us cast mana. It helps us produce mana of any kind. Fleeting Effigy just doesn't fit my deck. I don't have that many Flurry payoff cards. I'm trying to be a kinda controlling, yeah, kinda Timur deck, but Agent of Cody's, Unending Whisper. Yeah, do I take the Agent of Cody's over the Unending Whisper just because it's a 2-drop? And yeah, again, like I said before, being prepared against those super strong Boros and super fast Boros cards is pretty good. I need that, and here I'll take the Knockout Maneuver. It is a solid green removal spell. I take it over the Wingspan Strike, just because if I end up casting it, it's going to be good for me. And also here, this is a creature I am fond of because it has reach. It can block dragons, and it's just the best card in the pack. Not happy if I really I don't really know if I want to splash it, but so now we have 23 cards, but 1, 2, 3 of them are lands. So still need to pick up 3 more cards for our deck. Here I'll take the Riverwalk Technique, third one. I'm happy to play those in my deck. Marcher of the Wayside, nothing too spectacular here for me. Okay, moving on to pick number 12. Alchemist's Assistant sees opportunity. Yeah, nothing too spectacular. No one is in black apparently. Black is also one of the weaker colors in this set. White is pretty strong. Blue and green are strong. The Sultai deck, yeah, it's just not the strongest deck, but it can work out. But I found the Urani and I am willing to do everything to play that Urani here. And now we have another Sonic Shrieker, Windcrack Siege. Is it worth taking Mardu? Jeskai? No, I'm not going to make that splash. I'd rather take the Rugged Highland just because I want to be able to cast my Urani. And also Sage of the Fang is nice, but nothing too spectacular blue, nothing too spectacular red in this deck. Let's take the Rugged Highland. So we have 1, 2, 3 sources. Also we have the Timur Devotee. So happy about this. And do I want to have the Glacier Wood Siege? I don't think it's the best card. It's not super good actually. And we are not green based. Agent of Codis, just to have another 2-drop. Or that one deals in a, like, you know what? Yeah. Warden of the Grove is also pretty nice. That can grow. And I think it's worth splashing over the Sagu Pummeler probably. But at the moment we don't have. We now still have our 23 cards. Teeming Dragonstorm's also pretty good. Corey, like, wow, I am in the wrong colors. I'll take the Uranus rebuff though, because I think it's the best card. It's a good removal spell. And here's an Unending Whispers, the Defibrillating Current, Alchemist Assistant. You know what? I'll take the Timur Tawny back. I'll take it, yeah. And here we have this card that can kill flyers. We have Sipsig Appraiser, and I think that's a good card. We don't have that many harmonized cards. We're kind of more of a flurry deck. Taking the Narset's Rebuke, pretty good. I think I want that. Over the other cards, we have a solid amount of 2-drops. We have something that can deal 3 damage, but so I am putting that Knockout Maneuver back. I'm putting that Sagu Pummeler back. I think we just should be full on 2 colors, probably better. Take the another Narset's Rebuke or Sipsig Appraiser, because this can trigger the Glacial Dragon Hunts. And now, Devoted Duelist. We could try to be kind of aggressive, casting 2 spells each turn. Devoted Duelist is a card I will be playing. Don't love it, but I'll be playing it. Sage of the Fang, just putting it in my sideboard here. And here we have a Humbling Elder that can also slow down my opponents. Devoted Duelist, sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if this deck will work out. Warden of the Grove is definitely something I would splash. So I'm splashing those 2 cards. And here I'll take the Twin Bolt just because it's actually nice. Lucid Earth Cover, Sarkhan's Resolve, yeah. I like it, but Gurmak Nightwatch. Okay, let's see how many cards we have to cut. Mana-wise, I think we should be okay with the Timur Devotee and all those duels. Let's just cut 3 cards. So we have our 1, 2, 3, 4 green sources with just 1 forest. And I think we can cut the Devoted Duelist, just Jeskai Devotee. Like, let's cut 1 Twin Bolt. Let's cut Timur Tawny back. Nah, this can... I think we don't need the Dragonstorm. We don't have that many dragons. And it's... well, it's a green source, but it's too slow. So we need to be faster. And I think... let's... how many creatures do we have? 12 creatures. Let's just cut the... let's just cut 1 Uranus rebuff. Nah, I do like that card. Tough spot. What's the card? What? I'll take it back. I'll cut 1 Agent of Codis, you know? No, I'll cut the Humbling Elder. It's just not that good. Okay. Let's give this deck a shot like this. Hopefully it can get me some wins. Playing it slow, playing it cool. That's what I want to do. All right. So that is suboptimal starting hand because we don't have blue mana, but we don't have blue cards, so let's just try and keep it. Hopefully we're gonna pick up some blue land. So at the moment it seems like we're kind of aggressive. Play the Devoted Duelist, attack for 2. Opponent goes down to 19 life, draws a card. Plays a land, Dismal Backwater, passes the turn. We'll play our forest. We'll attack for 2. And pass the turn. So opponent plays an island, followed by a Sipsig Appraiser. They are looking at the top 2 cards of their library, putting one of them in their hand and the other one into their graveyard. Draws the 1, puts the Fresh Start back. I will want to kill that. Deal a damage each, and now I drew a Jeskai Devotee, at least something I can cast. Attack and pass the turn. Opponent goes down to 15 life. So now we can make blue mana, which is kind of nice. Pay 1 green, make that blue. Okay, so play the Glacial Dragon Hunt. Draw a card, discard a card. I'll discard the Riverwalk Technique. Submit 1. Deal 3 damage to this creature. And attack. Opponent does block my Jeskai Devotee, sure. And that is them going down to 13 life. Yeah, it's the best thing I could do. Now I can't produce blue mana anymore. But at least that threat is out of the way. Opponent plays an Inspirited Vanguard. Endures 2. Probably making a token, sure. So, and that is it. We have no lands. We can't do anything We can probably just give up the game because, yeah, concede here doesn't really make any sense. I mean, if we draw an island, we can try maybe to stabilize, but at the moment it looks pretty good. If I don't draw a land, I'm going to concede here. Because, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Going down to 17 life. Blue mana source, blue mana source, blue mana source, blue mana source. Rakshasa's Bargain, okay. Looking through the library, found 2 cards, got rid of 2 cards, and we didn't find another land. Hishla Trawlers, now they can attack me, and within the next 2 turns I'm going to die. So let's just see if we don't find it. Yeah, let's just concede. That was very frustrating. Happens to the best, happens all the time, not only to me, and I'm not the best, so it's okay, but still not fun. Give it another shot. Ugh. All right. Looking better. Keep that. Okay, let's play. Oh, opponent. Let's play the Mystic Monastery. So depending. Okay, I think as long as they are slow, we can go slow. Gain a life, passing the turn. Opponent is white, which means they have some go white cards. Oh, so they're black and white. Bearer of Glory, sure. Let's just now play that. Sipsig Appraiser. I want to find another land. The other one will go into your graveyard. So 4 lands is pretty nice. So we can do some shenanigans with that. Okay, opponent attacks, no blocks. Going down to 19 life. Opponent plays a Tempest Hawk. We found another land even. Let's just... Agent of Codis, I think. Let's just attack. Opponent doesn't block. So do I want to get rid of the... Let's, you know what? Let's try it like this. Hopefully we can counter something they want to cast. Cast a spell, counter target spell. No blocks. That is 4 damage going into my direction. And now... Oh, they have another Tempest Hawk. Sure, okay. They want to cast it as well. No, they want to cast it Salt Road Pack Beast, and I will counter that. No dragon to behold, but at least no Salt Road Pack Beast coming my way. Found another land. Let's just... Warden of the Grove. Let's just attack for 4. Opponent goes down to 11. Sorry, 14. I looked at my life total. Warden of the Grove, because this grows, gets bigger, is a threat that needs to be dealt with. And passing that turn. Into 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we can cast all of our stuff, get rid of some annoying things, get them out of the way if necessary. Opponent Caustic Exhales our Warden of the Grove, does hurt my feelings, and a Tempest Hawk enters that battlefield. So I go down to 11 as well. Now we can... Yeah, Narcissus Rebuke and Focus the Way. Hell yeah. 5 damage to this. Focus the Mind. Draw 3 cards. We can discard whatever. Forest. And we'll play a mountain will attack for 4. Opponent goes down to 10. So at the moment we have the upper hand. 1. Okay, Marshal of the Lost. That needs to be dealt with. But we can Riverwalk Technique it. Or we can... yeah, because that is a whenever you attack effect. So let's just... Or you know what? Because stun counters putting on will not do anything. Let's just Riverwalk Technique it. And... But still... Yeah, that's kinda what we want in your hand. Counter target spell. Let's take the Timur Tani back. Let's attack for 4. Opponent will... How can they go about it? This can deal 3 damage. That's just it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it was a close call. Interesting match. I want to be able to cast my Urani at least once, but apparently I built the wrong deck for that. Alright. I'll keep that. Play the Evolving Wilds. Search for a mountain here. Okay, so I'll search for a forest, I guess, with that. Because then we have all our stuff here. All our 3 colors, and passing the turn, opponent plays a forest, follows with an Agent of Codis. So now we wanna play the Devoted Duelist. We wanna attack. Opponent takes the 2 damage, passing the turn. Opponent plays a Kore Mountain Monastery. Attacks with the Agent of Codis. I'll go down to 18 life, and they are casting another Agent of Codis. And a Dragon Sniper, sure. So now, let's play an island. Let's play the Sipsig Appraise. Let's attack. Opponent takes the 2 damage. Let's play the Sipsig Appraiser. Look at the top 2 cards. Do I want another land? I think I want another land over... Oh, the Twin Bolt is just pretty nice because it can get rid of those here. Of 2 of those creatures. So I do love the Twin Bolt. No blocks at this point. And opponent passes that turn. Let's just now try the Glacial Dragon Hunt. Ooh. Discard a card, and I want to discard the Agent of Codis. Deal 3 damage to the Dragon Sniper. Play the Timur Devotee. And attack. Deal damage to each opponent. Okay, kinda nice. And attack with those 2 for 4 damage. Opponent goes down to 11 life, but they are flashing in a Humbling Elder and are killing my Sipsig Appraiser or my Devotist. Sure. Devoted Duelist. Sure. Okay, that's fair. Didn't see that coming. I could have. I should have. I thought they had a counter up, but yeah, that's why I played the Agent of Codis before. So let's just now. Good stuff here. Okay, let's just kill those 2. Deal a damage each. That's pretty nice. Now we can't do any... Yeah, let's cast the Jeskai Devotee. And attack with the... Yeah, no attacks. Passing that turn. So we need to get rid of the Veteran Ice Climber somehow. We can do the... We can renew the Agent of Codis on the Sipsig Appraiser. Or we can... Yeah, we have some counters. And they only have 3 lands, which is pretty okay and nice for us. So they are playing a Timur Monument. So they found their missing land. They can't find their land or whatever. Okay. So they found a mountain. Attacking with the Veteran Ice Climber. Making me mill 2 cards. And one of them being my Temur Tawny back. Now let's Uranus rebuff the Veteran Ice Climber. Now let's attack. Opponent goes down to 11, passing the turn. We can either Spectral Denial or Dispelling Exhale, depending on what they want to cast. Alright, Sagu Pummeler, and I just want to counter that Sagu Pummeler. That's pretty nice. Them not having anything to cast is pretty cool. And now I think, do I just renew this, put some +2, put 2+1/+1 counters on my Jeskai Devotee, attack for 6, and pass the turn after my opponent going down to 5 life. That is cool. I can Riverwalk Technique whatever they might cast, which is also nice. So I think that game might be mine. That win might be mine. Sagu Pummeler playing another land, playing in the Riverwalk Technique, putting that Pummeler back, and that is me attacking them and winning the game, making the magic happen. At least once. Pretty happy about this win. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep it. Opponent plays a mountain and a stadium headliner. That is a mob. Okay, I haven't seen that one actually. Mobilize 1 goblin token. Mobilize 1 goblin warrior. And sack to deal damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature. Good. Mobilize 1. And they are not casting something turn 2. So I think it's probably best if I get rid of it now. Or... yeah, let's just get rid of it now. Windbolt, submit 1. Hope they have no answer to this. Do they have an answer? No. Okay. So happy about this gone. Opponent draws a card. Plays in plains, followed by a Zergo's Vanguard. We can play a mountain. And now we can play that Glacial Dragon Hunt. Draw a card, discard a card, and I think we should discard a non-land card. Twin Bolt in this case to deal 3 damage to the Zergo's Vanguard. Pretty nice, pretty good, happy about this. Opponent plays a land and a war effort, but now with all those mobilized cards out of the way, I think it's pretty safe for me to cast my... yeah, this is now not as dangerous. So, happy about this. Opponent plays a Stormplane Detainment. I cannot Spectral Denial it because it's just too expensive. Like they could afford it. Getting rid of my stuff, that's pretty annoying. Bleeding Effigy going in for... wow. Okay, war effort still annoying, especially with Fleeting Effigy in combination. So let's just target non-land permanent, so they can... yeah, I can Riverwalk Technique the war effort. And they have to cast it again now. At least that is one. Fleeting effigy entering, still dealing 3 damage, making another token. Kind of annoying. It just bought me some time, but not really. Yeah, this deck is just way too strong. 3 damage to target creature, so I have nothing. I can do nothing, actually. That's pretty annoying. Opponent cast a fleeting effigy. Let's just counter that spell. Unless they pay a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it costs like, okay, I'm not going to be able to. Yeah, they can pay 5. Is it worth to pay 5? Let's just try. Auto pay. They will pay 5, I think. So yeah, because then they deal 5 more damage and next turn I'm just dead. Next turn I am just dead. 5, 6... yeah. Nothing I can do. Sucks hard. Sucks really, really hard. Conceding that game. So, okay. Even though with those Boros answers I was not able to get rid of this deck, but this was just too crazy. Okay. If you did like this stuff, show some love by hitting the like or subscribe button down below. It helps the channel grow and I'd appreciate it a lot. I wish you a nice day.